In Belgium, you'll often hear locals refer to it as België. België is the Dutch name for Belgium and is
België? For some reason, I feel like that is not pronounced right. België. I think it's like België, België or something. I don't know. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out the actual name of each country. We have right here the original channel by Nerd Robot. Go ahead and hit like. The original video link will be in the description section down there as always. And this is definitely something that caught my eye because, like, I'm always curious, you know, because you hear of other countries and names and stuff, but that's every country calls different countries their own name for it, right? So like in America, we call Germany, Germany, right? But in Germany, they call it Deutschland. You know, Netherlands, we say the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, they would say Netherlands, right? It's just the way that they do it, right? So every country is going to have their own name for their country. So this is definitely going to be something that I'm going to learn a lot about for sure. So anyways, enough rambling on. We're going to get into it.
Many countries around the world are known by names that have evolved over time or been translated into English. But did you know that these nations often have original names in their native languages that hold significant cultural or historical meanings? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of countries' original names, revealing the stories and meanings behind them. While globally known as Japan,
Nippon is the native name for Japan in Japanese. It means source of the sun. That would explain their flag. A reference to Japan's location to the east of China. It also sometimes called Nihon. Very cool. I may not have to read these. The narrator, the person doing the original video is probably going to. But anyway, just in case, I read that one. And if, of course, he starts reading them off, I don't need to. More rambling, right? Let's do it.
locals there call it Nippon or Nihon. The terms Nippon and Nihon are used to signify sunrise, which connects to Japan's nickname, the land of the rising sun.
Okay.
We often say...
So what he was saying was a little different than the description, but generally the same thing. Hancock. Now this one, okay, so it says it's the term used by South Koreans to refer to their country. It simply means the country of Han, referring to the people who live near the Han River, a river in South Korea. That's interesting because the movie Gran Torino, there's an Asian girl on there. Well, a lot of Asian people, but the Asian girl on that movie says that refers to her and the rest of the people in the area as the Han people, saying that it's a region. But on that movie, she's saying that it's like Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia area. But so I don't know. Does the Han River go through there and then also on to Korea? I don't know. Interesting to... Yeah.
Say South Korea. But locals instead refer to it as Hanguk. Hanguk translates to country of the Han, referencing the Han ethnic group that makes up the majority of the population.
Okay, yeah, the Han ethnic group. That's what she was saying. It's an ethnic group, the Han people. It's not like a place that they're from. It's a region that consists of Vietnam. So that must stretch down into Korea. North Korea's got their own name, okay.
Known to most of us as North Korea, locals simply call it Chosun. Chosun can be traced back to the Joseon dynasty, a significant period in Korean history. We commonly call it China, but locals usually say Zhongguo. Zhongguo means Middle Kingdom, highlighting the country's historical sense of centrality. Known globally as Germany, but to native locals it's Deutschland. Deutschland comes from the Old High German Deutisk, which means of the people. The Netherlands may be the official Old High German Deutisk.
This name is used officially and colloquially within the country. It reflects Germany's historical roots in the Germanic tribes. And that's why... So the Amish people here in the United States are also called Pennsylvania Dutch, right? Or Amish was an offshoot of Pennsylvania Dutch. Anyways, they're not Dutch. They're mostly German. It's because the Deutschland, dumb Americans heard Deutschland, you know, they're from Deutschland, and they're like, oh, they're Dutch. They're probably saying, you know, we speak Deutsch. So they're mistranslating. Oh, they're speaking Dutch. It's not true. They're speaking German.
Which means of the people. The Netherlands may be the official name, but it is also known as Holland.
They call it the Netherlands, though. It's not officially named Holland at all. How true is this video then? If this is not true, which we know it's not fully true, what else is not fully true? Let me know, guys.
Holland actually refers to only 2 of the country's 12 provinces, but is often used to describe the entire nation.
People do.
In Spain, if you listen closely,
España?
locals will call their country España.
España.
España is derived from the Roman name for the Iberian Peninsula, Hispania. For Finn,
Maybe that's why people that speak Spanish or whatever a lot of times are referred to as Hispanics. Hispania, Hispanic, very similar. Finland, Suomi. Finnish term for Finland. Their origins of the name are unclear, but it is an ancient, and it is ancient and has been used to refer to both the Finnish people and their land.
Finns, their country isn't Finland. It's more endearingly known as Suomi.
Suomi.
Suomi has unclear origins, but it's the term Finns have used to describe their land for centuries. When you're in Norway, you'll hear the locals refer to it as Norge. Norge is used in Bokmål.
Is it Norge or Norge? Because I don't know how well this person's pronouncing stuff, to be honest. Let me know.
One of the 2 official written forms of Norwegian.
I know I got some Norse people watching me, so let me know about that one.
In Sweden, people don't say Sweden. They call their nation Sverige. Sverige is a compound of the words Svea and Reich, which together mean Swedish kingdom.
Realm of the Swedes, is that what it said? Yeah, Realm of the Swedes. Derived from the Old Norse Sverige, which has the same meaning. The name is used officially and colloquially within the country. Poland. Polska. I heard that one.
If you find yourself in Poland, you'll hear locals refer to it as Polska. Polska likely comes from the Polans, an ancient Slavic tribe that inhabited the area. We say Czechia, but the native term for the country is Česko. Česko is derived from the Czech word Česi, which means Czech people. For Monaco's residents, the local name of their state is Munegu. Munegu is the name in Ligurian, a Romance language traditionally spoken in Monaco.
Romance language, eh? Hit like and hit subscribe, guys. That's right.
To Austrians, the name of their country isn't Austria.
Austria?
It's Österreich. Österreich translates to Eastern Realm, pointing to its geographic location in Europe. Croatians don't say Croatia, they call their land Hrvatska. The name Hrvatska is believed to be derived from a medieval Latin name for the Croat people. In Hungary, you'll hear people refer to their country as Magyarország. Magyarország literally means country of the Magyars, an ethnic group in Hungary. Albania is known to its people.
We're speedrunning this, I guess.
People as Shqiperia,
land of the eagles.
Deeply ingrained. Shqiperia means land of the eagles, and you'll even find an eagle on the Albanian flag.
So I guess there's a ton of eagles in Albania. Very interesting. We got eagles here. Well, actually not a lot. They're like an endangered species. So we have like the North American bald eagle or whatever, the one with like the white heads. That's on the it's like on the symbol of like a lot of American stuff. I think it's like on our what is it, like our seal, presidential seal or something. I don't know, but it's there. You've seen it.
For Montenegrins, their homeland goes by the name of Crna Gora. Crna Gora translates to Black Mountain, which is actually what Montenegro means in Venetian. If you're in Georgia, locals will refer to it as Sakartvelo. Sakartvelo means the place where Kartvelians live, Kartvelians being an ethnic group in Georgia. The Greeks don't say Greece, they call their country Hellas. Hellas is derived from Hellenes, the word for Greeks in their own language.
It says, Hellas is the Greek name for Greece, derived from Helen, who in mythology was the patriarch of the Greek people. The name is used in official contexts and has historical significance. Also, guys, if I don't pause and read the description on a specific country you're interested in, of course, you can always pause this video you're watching, go back, check it out, you know, whatever. I don't want to make it too long. I don't want to stop on every single one and read every single thing, of course. Just the ones that stick out to me.
Hellas is derived from Hellenes, the word for Greeks in their own language. For Armenians, their homeland is affectionately known as Hayastan. Hayastan derives from Hake, a legendary patriarch in Armenian mythology.
Why don't we just everybody call it what the people want it to be called? If they want to be called Hayastan or whatever the hell, then why are we like, no, we're going to call you Armenia. They're like, yeah, but we all call ourselves Hayastan or whatever. Probably not pronouncing that right. Hayastan, okay, yeah. And like, no, we'll call you Armenian. I don't get it. Just call people when they want to be called, I guess. Turkey means land of the Turks in Turkish. The name derives from the Turkic ethnic groups that make up a majority of the country's population. The term is used officially within Turkey and on this video.
While we say Turkey, locals call their country Turkia. Turkia simply means land of the Turks, a direct translation of its English name.
Got it.
In Algeria, it's not Algeria. Locals refer to it as Aljazair.
Aljazair.
Aljazair is the Arabic word.
Very similar to a news group, Aljazair. They spell it differently though, so I don't know if it's the same exact or not, but I believe it's an Arabic sort of news channel or something on I know for sure on YouTube that I've seen. But anyways, Aljazair is Arabic for the islands, referring to the 4 islands that used to exist off the country's Mediterranean coast. The name is officially used in Arabic-speaking contexts. So it says the 4 islands that used to exist off the country's Mediterranean coast. What happened to the islands? Let me know.
Word for the islands, referring to the country's Mediterranean coastline. If you're in Egypt, you'll hear locals call their country Misr. Misr is the Arabic name for Egypt and is used in the Quran. Jordanians have their own term for Jordan, which is Al-Urdun.
Al-Urdun.
Al-Urdun is the Arabic name for Jordan, and it possibly originates from the Aramaic word for down-flowing.
Okay.
In Morocco, the local term for the country is Al-Maghrib.
Al-Maghrib.
Al-Maghrib translates to the West in Arabic, referring to its geographical position in the Arab world.
Okay.
Indians often refer to their homeland as Bharat,
I've heard
not
that.
India. Bharat is the official name in the Indian constitution and derives from the ancient Bharata dynasty.
Then why don't we just call it Bharat, right? Why are we calling it India?
The Maldivians call their beautiful islands Divehi Rajya.
Divehi
Rajya translates to country of the Divehi people in the Maldivian language.
Okay.
For people in Bhutan, their homeland is known as Druk Yul.
Nice flag. That is cool. Druk Yul means land of the thunder dragon in Bhutanese. The name is used officially within Bhutan and symbolizes the country's dominant Drukpa lineage of Tibetan Buddhism. Very nice. Nice flag.
Druk Yul means land of the thunder dragon, which reflects in the country's flag. Myanmar, for some locals, is also traditionally referred to as Burma.
I've heard that,
The name Burma comes from Bamar, the dominant ethnic group in the country. Thailand is known to some locals by its historical name, Siam. Siam was the country's name until 1939, and still appears in some cultural contexts. In Cambodia, you'll hear people call their nation Kampuchea. Kampuchea is the phonetic spelling of Cambodia in the Khmer language.
Okay.
Occasionally, the Philippines is referred to locally as Luzviminda. Luzviminda is a portmanteau of the archipelago's 3 main island groups, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. In Malaysia, the term Malacca is a traditional name for the country. Malacca refers to a historically significant sultanate that served as the initial foundation of the country. Indonesians sometimes refer to their
Now that flag almost looks the same as, what was the other flag back here? Let me see. There was another flag because it's like the Polish flag, but upside down. Monaco. Yeah, Monaco's is a darker shade of red, though.
archipelago as Nusantara. Nusantara is an old Javanese term meaning outer islands.
Ooh, Nusantara. That sounds cooler, actually. New Zealand, huh? Aotearoa. Okay, it's the Maori name for New Zealand. Means land of the long white cloud. The name is not officially used, but has strong cultural and emotional significance. Why don't we just call it that then? Right?
New Zealand has a Maori name, which locals recognize as Aotearoa.
Aotearoa
means land of the long white cloud in the Maori language.
That sounds cool.
Ireland is known to its native speakers as Éire, a term of endearment.
Éire, huh? Ireland. Éire is the Irish name for Ireland and is used in various official capacities, including the Constitution. The name Éire is thought to come from an old Irish word meaning abundant land. Then why don't we call it Éire? If they use it in their official constitution, that's what they want to be called, I guess.
Éire is the Irish
Or what they
Gaelic
want
name
their
for Ireland
country
and
to be
appears
called.
on Irish coins and postage stamps. For the Welsh, their homeland goes by the name of Cymru. Cymru in the
Cymru. Very cool. Also Wales, great flag as well. Cymru is the Welsh name for Wales, used officially and colloquially. The name likely originates from the Brythonic word Combroghi, meaning fellow countryman. Probably didn't pronounce that right, but I'll find out.
local Welsh
he
language
does.
is derived from the term Combroghi, which means fellow countryman. In Scotland, locals refer
Alba?
to their part of the Isle as Alba. Alba is the Scottish Gaelic name for Scotland and is used in various cultural contexts. Portugal has a historical name, Portus Cale, recognized
Portus
by
Cale.
locals. Portus Cale is an ancient name that is thought to be the origin of Portugal, as well as the name of its second largest city, Porto. In Belgium, you'll often hear locals refer to it as België. België is the Dutch name for Belgium and is
België? For some reason, I feel like that is not pronounced right. België? I think it's like België or something. I don't know. But it says it's the Dutch name for Belgium and is used in the Flemish community. The name Belgium is derived from the Latin Belgium, referring to the Roman province Gallia Belgica.
one of the country's 3 official names. Luxembourg is known to its residents as Letzeburg.
Letzeburg.
Letzeburg is the Luxembourgish name for the country, reflecting its unique language and culture.
I need to do some more stuff about Luxembourg because this is a very interesting place. If you want to see some more Luxembourgish reactions, let me know down below. Hit like while you're down there.
In Switzerland,
Schweiz.
the German-speaking region calls it Schweiz. Schweiz is the German name for Switzerland, one of the country's 4 official languages. Lithuanians have their own name for their country, which is Lietuva.
Lietuva? Sounds cool.
Lietuva is believed to derive from lietus, which means rain, possibly describing the country's climate. If you're in Slovakia, the local term for the country is Slovensko. Slovensko simply means land of the Slovaks, the nation's dominant ethnic group.
Nice. Apologies for the loud dog. He's an asshole. He's back there barking.
Greenlanders refer to their icy homeland as Kalalit Nunaat.
Kalalit
Nunaat means land of the people in the native Greenlandic language.
Hold on. I gotta read that. The name is used officially within Greenland and refers to the native Inuit people who lived there for centuries. I was gonna say, that definitely sounds like a native type of pronunciation. Yeah.
Kalalit Nunaat means land of the people in the native Greenlandic language. The island of Cyprus is known to its Greek speakers as Kypros.
Kypros.
Kypros is the Greek name for Cyprus and is used in various Greek Cypriot communities. Russia has historical roots as Kievan Rus, a term some still use. Kievan Rus was a medieval state that was a precursor to modern Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus.
Okay.
Palestinians refer to their land as Philistine, a term steeped in history.
Philistine? That could get very confusing with Philistine, like the Philistine Islands.
Philistine is the Arabic name for Palestine, and it dates back to ancient civilizations that inhabited the region.
Wow.
Afghanistan was
Especially if it's that old, then why don't we just call it that? Like, especially if it's ancient, you know? Oh! Excuse me.
historically part of a larger region known as Khorasan.
Khorasan, okay.
Khorasan means land of the rising sun
I've heard
in Persian,
that.
reflecting its location to the east of the former Persian Empire. For Syrians, their homeland is locally referred to as Surya.
Okay.
Surya is the Arabic name for Syria, and it is widely used in the country and the Arab world.
It's similar.
Omanis have their own name for Oman,
Oman?
which is Uman. Uman is the Arabic version of Oman, echoing its deep-rooted Arab identity. In Lebanon, locals don't say Lebanon, they say Lubnan. Lubnan is the Arabic name for Lebanon and reflects the country's rich history and cultural diversity. Mauritania is referred to as Agouedj by the people who call it home.
Agouedj.
Agouedj is the local Hassaniya Arabic name for Mauritania, which is spoken by a significant portion of the population. South Africans also know their country by the name of Azania.
Azania?
Azania.
They got a cool flag too. I like all the colors. Azania is an ancient name used to describe various parts of Southeast Africa. While not officially used to refer to South Africa, the name is sometimes invoked in political or cultural discussions. Okay, so various parts of Southeast Africa. So the whole chunk of Southeast Africa. So Azania was the bigger area. So South Africa probably would reside in Azania, but the full of Azania wouldn't be South Africa, if that makes sense. I think that's how I take it. If I'm wrong, let me know.
Is a name that has been used to refer to various parts of southeastern tropical Africa. Bolivia has a historical name, Collasuyo, recognized by some.
That sounds cool.
Collasuyo was one of the 4 regions of the Inca Empire, part of which is now modern Bolivia. While we say Iran, the country has historical roots as Persia.
Persia. Why don't we just keep calling it that? That's a way cooler name than Iran. Persia is the historical name for Iran. It was the nickname of the Achaemenid Empire. In 1935, the government requested that the name Iran, meaning land of the Aryans, be used instead. Interesting.
Persia was the official name of Iran in the Western world before 1935, and it still resonates in cultural and historical contexts. That's all for now. Thanks for joining us on...
I like Persia better. Yeah, so that was basically that. Actual name of each country. I feel like they didn't go through all, what is there, 197 countries or something? I don't know. I'm close, right? I know I'm close. They didn't go through all of those, of course. They didn't touch base on, a bunch of these other countries. But big chunk of them, for sure. And, yeah, very cool. You guys have a super fun, awesome day. I'll catch you in the next one. Hit like, hit subscribe.